Well, hello YouTube, how you going, how you doing? I'm relaxing, I'm chilling, and I'm just doing my own thing. I'm gonna have a drunken rant. If I can find some particular things to rant about at this point, I mean, there's a few things that are pissing me off, obviously. I mean, you know, there's always something that's gonna get you goat regardless of the situation these days. And that's good, Jack. Anyway. So, I'm gonna start, relax, have a couple of drinks, voice my opinion on certain aspects of the world. Why the hell not? Because I figure, you know, I can, and, you know, it just seems like a logical point of view. No, it doesn't seem like a logical point of view. I just want to do it because I can. So, rare points, good points. Okay, talking about things I need to rant about. I mean, I don't know whether there's anything I necessarily need to rant about, but there's stuff I need to talk about for certain. We can call this segment "Drunken Tech Talk." I mean, you know, I'm having a can of Double Jack, but you know, let's look at it from the perspective. Okay, so what do we got? Well, here's some interesting developments that I didn't realise. There is going to be a machine that can process so much fire. By the way, HP is designing it, which I thought was an interesting article I found on Facebook. It's basically a machine that can process. Just need to find where'd you go? Hey, when you build bookmark things, you know. I think I'd say I can really burp when I have apple drinks. It's freaking hilarious. Anyway, much better. Right, so what I was trying to say was much better. Yes, I know I can burp. I agree. I'm a belcher. Right, so the reason, or this little article that I was reading through, which I thought was quite interesting, I'm going to say, bloody good too. It was an interesting article. It was an article on a machine, which they called it the machine. That was pretty much the thing. It could process up to 642 billion terabytes of information at once. Like in the blink of an eye, basically, in milliseconds. And I'm going, wow, that's fucking fantastic. And then, you know, you ultimately think Skynet's just going to take over and everybody's fucked. But, I mean, that's just, you know, that's it. I don't know, it's always a theory, but it's fucking getting close to reality in some ways, which is a rather scary thing in these days, especially. So, right. I had that article, which looked good, by the way. It was a good article, it wasn't a bad one. Who the hell had it on their page? One things. That's alright, I think it was my nephew who had it on his page. Let me see. Find it. Here it is. Okie dokie. Yes, that's right, ladies and gentlemen. A new type of computer capable of calculating 640 terabytes, 640, not 642. I was close though. 640 terabytes of data in 1/1000th of a second. Yes, that's right. It's pretty much a server combined with a combination of, I don't know, this like parallel processing, I don't know, probably a combination of different things, processing power combined. Workstation, device, phone, it combines everything. It combines everything into one. Workstation, servers, you name it. It combines it all pretty much. HP designed it. Which that kind of leaves me a little perplexed because I work on reconditioned machines for HP. And I really, I've never seen a server from HP, but yeah, that's true. There are a lot of servers out there that actually use HP equipment or use HP hardware. But I swear to God, it doesn't make sense to me. Like, especially with some of the HP desktop machines I've seen, the consumer machines originally. The consumer machines were just like, well, a lot of the ones that I used to work on and I still work on to this day, still have a lot of issues. And I don't know, I mean, they develop faults anyway, but I seem to see a lot of them come through on a regular basis. I mean, I'm not saying that HP is actually a bad company, but they may have improved their quality control process, but there's a few machines that have probably slipped through the cracks over the years, and I've had a fair few HP computers, and on and off I've had issues. I mean, whether it's... I mean, you got software issues, sure, but I've had a few hardware issues with HP computers as well, so... yeah. So HP. Dell, pretty solid most of the time with Dell. HP, I don't know, HP sort of makes me scratch my head sometimes. I mean, if HP want to send me something for, to review, but, I mean, I take the context of the last time that I mucked around with HP computers. I just, a lot of the time I was finding the failure rate was relatively high, power supplies or otherwise. I mean, I don't know, I don't reckon they put enough power into the machines that they were trying to sell to people. 250 watt isn't enough to do, I mean, most of the stuff that people were trying to do on those machines, or even attempting to do on those machines. I don't know, Compact's okay. Compact's okay if you need something with direct support, and like you've got a 3-year warranty or something like that. But I mean, to be honest, at the end of it, I'm the type of person who's going to turn around and recommend and say build your own machine, because it's just a lot better. Or if you don't build your own machine, get someone to build your machine. Recommend parts for you, things like that. This is my point. I would rather be that type of person than somebody who's gonna sit there and turn around and buy something like a HP machine. Because I mean, I don't know. There hasn't at least maybe been 1 or 2 machines from HP that were okay. They weren't actually overly bad. They didn't totally suck at what they did. I think it was a Semprion one that I had for a while. It actually performed better than I first thought it was going to perform. It performed way better. Yeah, it was amazing. I was quite surprised, really. I was like scratching my head going, really? Oh. There's a few of the machines I've come across. Dual core machines. I don't know, I've mucked around with dual core machines, I've mucked around with quad core machines, old and new. I've mucked around with my 8 core, obviously. Some of the i7s, i5s. Haven't mucked around with the i3s much. Oh no, I have repaired i3s on and off. I mean, I don't know. It seems like a bracket sometimes. Sometimes you can get perfectly working machines, and then sometimes you just have a machine that is cursed from the day it leaves the factory. That it's pretty much going to fail every time you try to fix something on it. And I have had one of those machines where it just will not. It will not come back to life. It will die. It needs to die a horrible death, or it just needs to die. It needs to go peacefully into the night. There's at least 1 or 2 machines that have just gone. Nah, this one's no good. I'm sorry. It's 11. And actually, it's been more than my share of 1 or 2 machines. It's obviously in my lifetime, just looked at this machine, I've gone, seriously. And they bought the worst investment they possibly could afford. I mean, that's just another negative result, but still. Aside from that, I thought it was interesting. That much fucking information in the biggest of a second. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the future where the information superhighway is just going to be run by these fucking servers, which they are pretty much servers. I think that's what they're designing them to be. They're using a combination of cores, and you're obviously hooked up to hard drives and everything else. Apparently, from what I'm seeing from the design, they're small. So yeah, damn it. Yeah, because the technology is advancing at a nice level. I'm getting some really, really, really good feedback on a lot of things. And I've been looking at Computech. I should recommend a channel that I always, I've never been to Computech myself, but I mean, for a person like me who can't get out there, Computech, I looked on Tech Syndicate for the Computech rundown of all the new parts and bits and pieces being released, and there is some snazzy fucking parts being released, especially stuff that's just looking kick-ass, not just the fact that it's looking kick-ass, it has kick-ass performance to start with. On top of that, some SSDs, down to SSDs, processors, motherboards, laptops, you name it. It's got the pick of the litter. And a lot of this stuff is being built by the Chinese, Japanese, Taiwan, you know, all these countries, because, you know, they're right into getting the miniature technology and just, you know, really playing with it until they get it just right, you know. Fucking amazing. And this technology is fucking amazing. Yeah, I'm quite impressed with a lot of the stuff at Computech. Also, a lot of the video cards as well. So there's also the factor of water-cooled video cards. If you really, I mean, if you want to absolutely hand the ass to every game that you ever want to play and future-proof your machine, yeah, I definitely would say getting something of a water-cooled video card would definitely keep you going. I mean, even at that, like even my machine isn't overly spec. I mean, it's a 9370. I've got a 670 4GB graphics card, a 32GB of RAM. I've got myself personally. This is what my machine is. I mean, mine runs like a beast. I've got like two solid state drives, two 240 solid state drives. 4 2TB drives and a 3TB drive, and mine performs damn well. Also got 2 Blu-ray drives in there as well. Water cooling kit, fans galore, massive fucking case. The Phantom, Phantom 630. I think one's a Phantom 630. I'm pretty sure one's a Phantom 630. It's the next Phantom 630. Runs quite well, does quite well. I'm running Windows 8.1, everything running smoothly. I haven't had any major issues, aside from when you get the occasional power outage, which pisses me off, but you know, you can't avoid power outages unless you have a UPS, but I don't have a UPS, unfortunately, hooked into everything. I would like to though, but to be honest, I'd actually want to put a generator in here if I could, but that's at a later date if I really ever consider doing it. But I'm not majorly miffed if I don't, I'll do. Okay, so like, I mean, something like a machine like mine is fucking still kicking ass, you know? I mean, you've got AMD, you've got Intel, alright? You want something that is budget conscious and, you know, not just budget conscious, but it's going to cost you less in, you know, just basically putting it together and maintaining things like that. Yeah, look, go AMD, definitely go AMD. If you're looking for something that's a little more expensive and, you know, maybe a little more kit, but I mean, to be honest, I found my 8-core can do so much shit that, you know, I throw shitloads of shit. I throw shitloads of shit at it. I mean, I throw a shitload of stuff at it, and I always have a lot of programs starting up at startup. I mean, you know, once everything's loaded into memory and everything's good, it's all good, you know. Saying that, I mean, even probably newer solid state drive would probably help with some of the load times. But what I was thinking of doing in anyway is putting all my programs onto a separate solid state drive, which is the other one that I have, but I just haven't got around to it because I've been a bit lazy. It's a lot of programs to move, it really is. Mainly because I have to reinstall them from scratch. So yeah, that's half the issue. Well, that's what I'd have to do to make myself feel refreshed, and it just wouldn't feel right if I didn't install them from scratch. So okay, anyway, right. The point is that my machine runs like a beast. It runs perfectly. I've never had any issues. It plays every game. I've chucked fucking what do you call it? What's the name of the damn game? Oh, Watch Dogs. I chucked Watch Dogs at it, and it fucking absolutely owns ass. It kicks ass, alright? It just, yeah, I love it. I'll be honest, and then there's the other side of the spectrum as well, which, in my sense of things, I think is you got Watch Dogs. I'm looking forward to GTA 5, and I reckon my computer's still going to fucking kick the ass out of that, to be truthful. I reckon I'm not going to have many performance issues with it. I mean, in the future I may consider, I mean, I've got a 4 gig graphics card, so I mean, I don't think there's really any point in upgrading me upgrading right now, or upgrading that right at this particular moment. But anyway, hold on a second, let me just hit the record button again. Okay. Anyway, the point that I was trying to make, yeah, okay. If I believe, and this is the honest truth, my machine's doing well at the moment. It's doing well with everything that I've chucked at it. It's chugging along beautifully. I mean, even some of the AMD APUs are good too, you know? I mean, even some of those ones I've looked at, they fucking run beautiful. Then you've got some of the, you know, you got the Intel. I mean, look, I don't know. Intel's sort of across the line with me. I don't mind Intel, and I have used Intel computers. I don't have anything against them. I don't. I mean, at the same time, it's just the fact that a lot of the processors are prohibitively expensive sometimes. Just the price range is so fucking high, and it seems a little unjustified in some ways sometimes in my mind. Mainly because noticing the difference between AMD and the Intel, with all the games and shit, the stuff that I've chucked at my AMD, I've had no problems running things. So you know, even when I had the 8350, I didn't have a major amount of problems running all the shit I wanted to run. So yeah, it's a line of process for me. I mean, look, you want to invest in Intel, that's fine. You go ahead. I've considered it at some point. I may actually end up reinvesting, like not reinvesting, but you know, investing in buying Intel parts and building like an i7 or something. I'm considering that in the future, but you know, I'm not majorly pissed if I do. At the same time, you know, I'm happy to build for a client an i7, an AMD, whatever you want me to build, I'll build it. You know what I mean? I'm not picky on whether I build a particular type of computer. The only thing I don't like is the original. I love original AMD heatsinks. They're easy to put on. I don't really like. I mean, you can put them on, but it's just so fucking fiddly with the Intel ones because it's like basically the way they clip in. I don't know. Maybe it's just me who's had issues with it in general, but the way they clip in is frustrating sometimes. And I think I've even seen other people on YouTube with the same issue. They found it frustrating. That's the reason that I tend to get screw down heat sinks with an Intel board, or I tend to get water cooling kits and stuff and things like that, and third-party coolers with an Intel. So yeah, I don't know. I mean, the stock coolers. I mean, you know, stock coolers only go so far anyway. So I mean, you're probably better off getting water cooling kit and third-party cooling and things like that. But I mean, in the sense of tech stuff, in my mind, either way, I can go either way. I mean, if I had the money to go and buy a $2,000 processor, which I'm sorry, that is actually one of the prices of one of the processors. $2,000 for a fucking processor. Now I don't know whether that's the same in America. It might be a little lower in America, but it's definitely fucking higher here. It's $2,000 for a fucking Intel processor. So yeah, I'm not exactly gonna go run out and get that now. So yeah. Anyway, but look. Anyway, the point that I'm trying to give the digression to is, or you know, just put it across to you is that, you know, it's your choice. You go Intel, you go Intel, you go AMD. I don't know. I have never had a problem with AMD's performance with certain things that I do, especially on my video performance, especially coding performance and things like that. The only thing I have found a little frustrating is with my 9370, which it was designed to run hot anyway, because it's they're putting 220 watt for, or 220 TDP. That's what I'm going to say. Through the system. So yeah, fuck, it's gonna heat up. It's not gonna fucking stay the same fucking temperature. That's the only thing I found with the higher end processors on the AMD is they do run pretty hot. But regardless of running hot, they run pretty smoothly and they run pretty nicely. So I'm not complaining that way. Performance is pretty good. Fast process, gets done pretty well. You know, I'm pretty happy. You know that. What else? Generally speaking, when I've used my machine for encoding, there was a couple of things I was reading. There's a couple of articles I was reading a while back, which you'll find at AMD CPUs were getting more sort of faster for the sense of encoding and things like that, or video encoding, being able to do that type of stuff and doing a lot of things of that nature. And yeah, so I mean, I honestly found that good. On top of that, I mean, the other fact is they're cheap. They're not as expensive as say something like fucking an Intel, like you really wanted an Intel 6 core. And you want an Intel 6 core to the max, the extreme version. It's like, as I said, $2,000. I don't know. In my mind, I couldn't justify that. I couldn't justify spending that much when I'm on a budget as well. And just justify spending that much at that given time. I mean, yeah, it's just it seems like it's just not something I can justify. But I mean, as I said, everybody's each to their own. Everybody goes their own way. Intel, AMD, either way, you take the context of it. Your choice. Between anybody who wants to decide what they want to do, regardless. But at the end of it, I've been looking at Computech and I found some really there was some good technology out there, people. There was some good radiators. There's some damn good radiators. There's some new fucking 4-panel radiators, like that go across a massive case. Well, a case if there was actually a case released for it at the time. But I've been looking at some of the tech and I've just been wow. Yeah, there is some marvelous technology out there, ladies and gentlemen, and technology is improving so much vastly and very quickly at the same time, so that's fucking fantastic. Aside from that was definitely a milestone for HP. Not only because I'm just going on the consumer machines. I'm not going on the server-based machines because I really never mucked around with the server-based machines. But there are a lot of HP server machines, so maybe there's something to it, maybe. But there's the equal amount of Dell too. I'm looking into buying a new laptop, as I was saying in the last video. The one that I'm going for is going to be an AMD APU, mainly because of the price range or the price of the refurbished version that I'm looking at. It's a good price. On top of that, so there's a 12 months warranty anyway. 1 gig dedicated graphics, so I'd rather have something with at least a set of dedicated graphics to it, mainly because the dedicated graphics tend to last longer, tend to run longer, and they tend to be a lot more useful in most situations, especially when just if you want to play 1 or 2 games on your laptop or something of that nature. I mean, look, in my mind, I don't want to play games on my laptop all the time, but I mean, if I want to do something that's 3D intensive, I don't want to feel like my computer's being choked because it doesn't have anything that's 3D orientated. I don't know. Then I'm also contemplating between 2 different choices, which is either to get a new camera, which is going to have obviously higher megapixels. So my photo side of things is going to be a lot better to be able to take photos and do some of the amateur photography stuff that I do. Or do I invest in it? I mean, I'd probably be more better to invest in the laptop mainly because it goes back into my business and becomes part of my business basically. Aside from that, what else? Bits and pieces that are coming through my mind at the moment. Okay, bits and pieces of tech. I've looked at some of the stuff. What do you call it? Computech stuff is excellent. Oh, fuck. You know what? I mean, I don't know. There's another little rant. Well, there's a tiny little rant I want to get off on, pretty much. This is pretty much a rant I want to go the entire fucking situation with. Okay. For fuck's sake, this is shitting me. I can't understand why a government does not want to invest in a broadband infrastructure. Why would you not invest in a broadband infrastructure? It's the future of every fucking country. I mean, to be honest, I just think every government should invest in a broadband infrastructure because it's just fucking intelligent. It makes sense, okay? It's logical. It's not stupid. I mean, at the same time, we still are investing in it, but we're not investing as much as we should be. Sad state of affairs. Sad state of affairs. Stay tuned, but I mean, we got heaps of stuff, as I said. You know, I'm trying to find. I'm trying to find myself basically at the moment. Could revolutionize computing. Well, we'll see how it goes. If it actually, we'll see what this thing does. We'll see how it pans out. We'll see how it comes in the next few weeks and months and stuff. There's been some interesting scientific developments too, in the sense of medical technology and otherwise. Actually, it was an interesting thing I saw on StarTrek.com, which was the development of a university wanting students to develop an actual medical tricorder for the purpose of being able to scan human beings and get diagnose medical diseases, things and such. Being able to heal as well. I'm guessing is a part of it as well. I thought that was a very, very, very interesting challenge. And to be honest, we aren't that far away from a lot of the Star Trek technology. Like we're coming close to what the Star Trek technology should be. In the sense of replicating what it's like and things like that. And how the future's going to be. I mean, fuck. We're getting there. We really are. It's amazing. It's amazing how much we're getting there compared to years ago. So what else we got? What other bits and pieces do we have that might work to our advantage? Okay, new technology. There's always funny stuff on the internet though. There's also some random stuff that you can always find fucking funny shit on the internet. Nice way some people put. And there's other people that just put disturbing shit on the internet. Like disturbing funny shit. It's funny at the same time, but it's so fucking disturbing that somebody actually took the time to put that up there in the first place. But saying that, kudos to them, it was funny, and I guess they were being smart ass. So. I don't know, context. So, what else we got? I can't really think of much else that's really related. I don't know, I don't know. Good technology, bad technology, fuck. We've come such a long way, ladies and gentlemen, but we're getting there. We're getting to Skynet days. The machines will soon take over. We'll be blissfully happy. That's fucking funny. But anyway, okay, I'm going to leave it there. YouTube, thank you very much. This has been my little drunken tech talk thing. I'll call it drunken tech talk because I pretty much sat here and drank this. So, I haven't completely finished it, but at the same time, I'm still getting, it is, I think it's 6.9% alcohol, so, gives me a little kick to myself. So. Thank you, YouTube. Stay tuned. Coolies.